I'm on the move. I'm currently at an airport in Frankfurt on my way to Barcelona. But I figured that being on the way was a perfect moment to kind of talk about this little video. Hi, my name is Kaide. I'm making these videos that I call The Art of Practice, where I'm basically figuring that out. What that means to me and what I find important to kind of level up my practice, because I am basically just trying to elevate my practice in dance. And I'm very aware that the practice is very unique to, each and every one of us, and that I am not showcasing a way of like, this is the best way to do things. It's just that I got tired of practicing mindlessly, feeling year after year or at several moments that, God, I just feel like I'm standing still and I don't feel like I'm moving forward. I do practice, but is it enough? Blah, blah. Just a bunch of doubt, and I love practicing, and I really want to become good at it so that I can unlock my true potential, or at least find out how good I can get within the time I have. When it comes to setting goals, what is it that you would want to achieve? What are goals that you think would motivate you to go into practice? And then from there, we want to make them even better. I have a lot of goals, and I'm trying to take it year by year. So I might have 3 goals that I try to have. These are my main 3 that I want to work towards improving within the coming year, and then the other ones are bonuses if I manage to get them involved. Now it comes down to setting goals, and I want to strengthen my mind. So these big battles that I like and I participate in, I want to be able to think that I'm not just going to enter and to have fun, but that I actually am going believing that I have a chance of winning. A second goal that I mentioned was that I want to bulletproof my body. And then the third goal was I want to be able to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So when it comes to setting goals, there are a lot methods, but one that I got introduced to when I was doing my studies in Amsterdam was a goal setting method called SMART. I'm gonna talk you through what that means, but I don't have my goals SMART yet, and I'm giving myself to the end of this month. Hopefully with this video, if you're out to set some goals and that you want to work towards, I'll explain to you how you can make your goals smarter. What has become clear to me is that when it comes to setting goals, no matter how many different methods you have, is that you will always want your goals to be specific. What is it that you want? And they also need to be measurable. How will you know that you have reached your goals? So no matter what method you would pick, you don't have to go with the SMART one that I'm sharing with you. It comes down to specificity and the ability to measure your progress. And then hopefully by the time we meet up through me doing these videos and I share my goals being smarter, you can compare. So SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. That's what SMART stands for. What is SMART? Specific. What is it that you want to do? What is it you want to accomplish? What steps do you need to take to get there? M, measurable. How are you going to track your progress? Making it measurable, this is going to help you evaluate whether you succeed with your goal or you fail with your goal. You need to ask yourself, how will I know when the goal is completed? A, achievable. As it sounds, you want the goal to be something that you actually can make happen. You want to stretch the goal a bit, but still it should be possible. Within my goal from last year, my goal was to pass top 24, a goal that I think is very achievable, but I need to be aware when I do set goals within this context to think about certain things. If my goal is to pass or get very far, or let's say win, I need to take into account that it really the outcome also depends on the moment, right? So it's battles, it's the 1 minute. My performance might depend on the music I'm getting. It might depend on the venue, the people, the atmosphere, and also, most importantly, I must take into account that the judges are the ones that are controlling the outcome, and also potentially audience. So at a certain point, it's out of my control. But I can have as a goal to get the training and the experience that I need in order to reach a level where I should at least be considered to win. Moving on to R, relevant. When you're setting goals, does this seem worthwhile? Does this goal make sense into your overall practice? When we're setting goals, we want things to align in the direction that we're heading. And then the last part would be to set a deadline for yourself. So T, time bound. You want to have a when. By when are you aiming to reach these goals? Is it something that you can do within 6 months, 6 weeks, today? By when do you want to see this result? That's basically it. So now I'm hoping that you can set a few goals that you want to achieve within your practice. You make them SMART, so you make them specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And if it all checks in, you can just write it in a sentence so that you can see it clearly for yourself where you have all these elements included. And you start there. So I'm gonna do this with my goals, and then I'm gonna get back to you in a later video where I'm gonna take my stronger mindset, bulletproofing my body, reaching 1,000 subscribers as examples to make them SMART, and then I'll share those because they might change. And something that you also can do is that you can make your goals smarter by adding E and R. The E stands for evaluate, and then R for readjust. And as you progress, you'll see that it might not work out, or you might realize like, oh, dang, this is not gonna work out. So you sit down, you watch, you evaluate, okay, what is it that is working and what is not? What do I need to potentially change? And then you readjust to continue working forward. Like so, you can make your SMART smarter. So this is what I'm gonna leave you with, how to set goals by using a method called SMART. And I'm hoping that this is enough to motivate you to try on your own. It could be just one goal. Just set one goal for yourself, for your practice, and you try to make that SMART. And again, I'm gonna get back to you and how I'm doing with making my goals that at the moment are a bit vague, some of them, and to make them SMART. This is the Art of Practice, and I'll see you in the next video.